Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back. I am CrisTheGirl. Today in this video, we're hanging out together here at the good old spooky homestead, and we're gonna get some projects done today. Not gonna be so much like an unpacking video, because if you saw the video that I put out a few days ago where we set up the spooky Halloween library, then you know that my living room is in fact still littered with Halloween decor, namely blow molds. So I want to find a place for those today. I want to find a home for them finally. I do have like the perfect spot in this home to display at least a few of them, so we're going to tackle that today. Really excited about this. But also, what I want to do in this video, and what's the bulk of this video is going to be, I want to talk about Halloween decor, obviously, and clearly, like, that's really all I want to talk about, let's be honest. Every single year, we do a video like this, where we walk around the house, and I kind of just give some of my ideas of the different themes that I have in mind for this year, the different decoration projects that I want to tackle for the year, and you guys, I've been brainstorming some ideas, and I am so excited about the possibilities of what 2026 Halloween decorating could be. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to start seeing Halloween decorations in the stores very soon here, and I like to get a good idea of like what my themes are going to be before we start shopping, so I can look out for stuff, you know what I mean? And it's always fun to like do this together too. It kind of ends up being like a group project. Like, you guys look out for stuff for me and give me suggestions too, which I really appreciate and I definitely need. And by all means, you guys, as we're going through each of the rooms here, please let me know if you have like better ideas. I'm open to suggestions. I truly am. But I have to say, very excited about the things that I came up with for this year. So that's really what we're going to be doing today, you guys. Just getting prepared for Halloween season. So thank you for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good time. Thanks in advance for hanging out with me today at the good old spooky homestead. Let's go. So we're gonna start down here in the dungeon actually today, and I feel like I've called it this multiple times before. Jay and I decided that the basement of this house where we dwell, us cave dwellers dwell, we decided to call it the dungeon. That seemed like a pretty appropriate name for, you know, two spooky people where they hang out and stuff. There's not much going on here. Like, as far as decorating for Halloween, I'm not touching the basement, the dungeon. I'm not touching it because I really kind of feel like there's no point. All of the Halloween decorating that I'm going to do is going to be upstairs and outside. Now, we might, if I'm feeling frisky, if I'm feeling a little, I don't know, I want to do something a little bit different this year, add another layer to the Halloween decorating, maybe we'll do something with the bed. Honestly, I really want to get a new comforter anyway, and just kind of make our bed situation, it's like right over there behind you, just kind of make the bed area like a little bit more aesthetic. It's just a little bit more aesthetic, I think would be really nice. So I don't know, maybe we'll do something along those lines this year. But honestly, the upstairs projects are just gonna take so much of my time and energy and money, let's face it, because I'm trying to be on a budget, you guys. I am. That's just gonna take up so much of that down here in the basement where it's just really just me and Jay hanging out. I don't think I'm gonna be like doing the most decor wise down here. So we're starting down here because I just wanted to give like a little bit of a house progress update down here. It is a disaster, as you can see by just the clutter of things. But I wanted to show you the dresser. So Jay managed to get this somehow down here, obviously and clearly. So he's been using the dresser. I don't have any of my stuff in here, but he organized it all, put his stuff away. So that's really cool. And then obviously we took absolutely no time to just throw all of our stuff on top of the dresser. I don't know, guys. We both have ADHD. What do you want me to say? So there is that. And then here, this is actually my old desk for my 9-to-5 job. The goal for this is to put it upstairs and make it like a communal desk. So if we want to, if any of us in this house wants to sit down, work on our laptops, print something out, write a letter, because apparently it's like the 1920s over here, I don't know, but that will be an option. So eventually it's going to go upstairs. The only reason it's still down here is because, one, I desperately need someplace to put things on down here, and two, there isn't even really room upstairs in the living area to put this quite yet. So it's just been living down here for the time being. But once we get the blow molds figured out and all of that, I think my parents are going to tackle some of their things that are hanging out in the living room and dining room area. I think once we get all of that stuff figured out, then we will just go ahead and bring this upstairs. Obviously, you know, some of this stuff can just sit on the floor. It's not a big deal. But the other thing I wanted to say is that this morning I finally ordered a cabinet. And this cabinet I'm very, very excited about. This is going to be a whole project, I think, here on the channel that we can do together. But it's going to be a witchy cabinet. It's just like a little like buffet thing. It's not like this big, huge whatever. This box here, and then another box in the other room filled with witchy stuff. And that's not even including my candles. But just like all of my, what even is in there? I don't even know. Herbs, crystals, random like little tchotchkes, just stuff, just a bunch of stuff. I don't know. But all of my witchy items. Now, in the last house that we had built-ins like everywhere. And I used one of the built-ins to put my Hecate altar on, and also to house all of my witchy things and my candles and stuff like that, like my Ouija board, I don't know, just random things. And now here in this house, I don't really have that. So I figured it was time to finally invest in a cabinet that can specifically be for my witchy stuff. So the goal with it is to put it over here in this section. I'm gonna put my Hecate altar on top of the cabinet. It should be like maybe about this size here. So I'm going to put her altar on the top, and then in the actual like cabinet space, I can store my witchy things. So that'll be a whole project that we can do here in an upcoming video. I'm really excited about it, just to finally like be able to put away my stuff, obviously, but just to finally have like a designated space. No matter where we move to in the future, this will be where the witchy stuff goes. It's a really cute cabinet too. It's all black, like it's perfect. That's a major update. That will free up a number of boxes and some space here. So it's coming together, guys. Slowly but surely it is coming together. Now, another interesting feature about this home is that it has a pool table, as you can see, which is pretty awesome. I enjoy playing pool. Tampa J enjoys playing pool, so someday we will actually, you know, play pool in here. But anyways, this whole space, really, not just this room, but really just the whole dungeon in general, I've kind of designated as Tampa J's space to do really whatever he wants with. And considering we will be moving relatively soon, he's probably not going to do much with this space, like, let's be honest. But he's lined up his guitars in here and some of his, you know, posters and things like that. So I don't really have plans to do much in this room. The only thing I was hoping to do, and what I feel like this room really lends itself to, is to put up our spooky neon signs. We have a number of them. They were hanging up in our house when we lived in Florida, but I didn't hang them up in our previous home because I feel like it didn't really lend itself to neon signs. I don't know, I just feel like the neon signs just didn't really fit in that particular style of home. But this one here in the basement with a pool table and everything, I feel like it'd be really cool to finally hang them up, display them again, light them up and such, so it could be like a spooky pool room I don't know, now that I'm actually like standing here, I don't know if that's actually going to happen because we have exactly one outlet and it's right over there. And these walls, like this room here clearly used to be a part of the garage. Like the garage space down here used to be a lot bigger, but they just enclosed the space off to make it a pool room, clearly. So that wall is like pure concrete. So I don't think we're hanging anything up there unless we do like command strips maybe or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to figure it out. But if we do this, I'll make it a thing on the channel. I'll make it a video. We can tackle that project together. But yeah, that's really the only big kind of decorating thing that I have plans for down here in the dungeon. And I might as well show you guys what the vault is looking like. So this is where all of the Halloween decor is hanging out. My Halloween decor, I just mean fall, like Halloween specific stuff, some extra stuff. Like these are some things that I brought down from when we were working on the Halloween spooky library. Easterween, Springoween, Valloween, all of that stuff. And then some of the bigger guys that I'm just like still, what do I do with them? I don't know what to do with them. And then we have our outdoor Halloween decor stored in here too. We also have Christmas. This whole side in here is Christmas. So as we've been coming across stuff, we've just been stacking it away in here. This is really the part that I haven't showed you guys, and that has grown significantly, as you can see, since we have been here. Just storage, just basic storage, really. Some big boxes that we plan on keeping. That's my parents' TV that they recently got. They just got a huge TV. They're all excited, which is really cool. It makes me happy and excited. Our spare mattress, just some nicer stuff that we kind of don't want to keep in the garage. It's air conditioned in here. But here are some of the spooky neon signs. Like we got this Bates Motel one last year, I think. Halloween clearance, I want to say. But we've never hung it up before. So it's like, oh man. So if we don't do it in the pool room, then we'll hang them up somewhere else down here for sure. So we could definitely hang them up just like on this wall here. I'm assuming, yeah, I think we could hang stuff up. They could be displayed across here as well. If the pool room just doesn't make sense, then we'll put them in here, but I really want to get those neon signs up because it's been too long and I love our spooky neon signs. But anyways, this is kind of what it's looking like down in here. So this is sort of like our living room area for myself and for Jay. So we just have this one little couch here, this little love seat. We actually, I guess this is another development I could fill you in on, but we just bought a couch, which is really exciting too. I think the couch that we bought though is gonna probably stay upstairs. So it'll either just hang out in the sunroom or it'll be in the actual living room upstairs. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of leaning towards the sunroom, just keeping it in the sunroom. We desperately need chairs in there, but we will see. But I'm really excited about that. So whenever that comes and we assemble it, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I'll show you it later. It's really cute. I'm hoping it'll be really cute and comfy. But anyways, to be honest with you, I don't spend a lot of time down here in the dungeon. Jay has been spending a lot more time down in here, and I wanted to make sure, you know, because we are sharing this home with my parents, I wanted to make sure that he always has a space that he feels is his, where he can just kind of go away and be by himself, do his thing, you know, watch TV, watch his VHSs, whatever. Like that was really important to me and to all of us. So that's really what this whole entire space is, and he's really been enjoying it. He edits his videos here. He's already watched some of his VHSs, and it's just a really nice space down here. Another development here, but we just got a mini fridge, this guy here, and because we figured, again, 4 adults, we only have the one fridge upstairs. things could get a little dicey around here. So we figured we should invest in our own little fridge, because myself and Tampa J, we enjoy our beverages. You know, we like our beverages, and that makes us sound like we're alcoholics or something. That's not what I mean. I mean my LaCroix. We have Liquid Deaths and our Celsius and stuff like that in here. So, and a salad apparently. And French onion dip, you know, the important things like that. We love the fridge. We obviously took no time in throwing all of our magnets on here too, or at least some of the magnets. So that's the fridge. That's been working out great. We have our fireplace down here too, that I just displayed like a few things on here. I've got our scarecrow, our awesome scarecrow that we thrifted at the vintage store, and he's already displayed some of his VHSs and DVDs. I think these are the new ones that he just got. Yeah, so it's shaping out. Maybe even someday we might have time to sit down and watch a movie at some point. I don't know. It's very possible. We can keep dreaming and keep wishing. So this is going to be the project that we tackle today at some point. But this ledge here, this goes downstairs to the dungeon. Again, I've said this before on the channel, but when Jay and I initially took the house tour here, we both saw this ledge and thought the same thing. Blow molds. It'd be perfect to display the blow molds. And this is a really long ledge too. Like, I think we could get quite a few blow molds up here. I do need to clean it somehow. Magically, I don't know how I'm getting all the way the crap over there. But somehow I need to clean this before we put the blow molds on there. But otherwise, it's, you know, pretty much ready to go. Here we are now upstairs. So we're gonna start with the kitchen area. I gotta find my notes. Where's my phone? Although granted, the kitchen is, I don't wanna say self-explanatory, but what I've done in the past for the kitchen, and when I mean the kitchen, I mean above the cabinets here, I've always done kind of a fall heavy theme in the kitchen. I have a lot of fall leaves, foliage, stuff like that I like putting above the cabinets. Last year was the first year that I really started adding in actual Halloween to the kitchen, if you can even possibly believe it. And what we did last year, it ended up being a somewhat loosely themed vintagey Halloween fall kind of vibe, and I'm kind of thinking to just do the same thing this year, because I love it so much. I mean, the fall foliage, that's not ever going to change. I love how it looks above the cabinets, and especially this year because we actually have white cabinets. So whatever we put up there, it's just gonna pop so much. It's gonna look so good. I figure we'd probably just continue along the same lines of like a vintage inspired theme, because we obviously still have like the Joanna Parker mugs and just like a few other things that we can put up there. Now, this is kind of the problem, I suppose, that I have with the kitchen. It is gigantic. It is absolutely gigantic, and all of the cabinets are in one spot. So like in our house in Florida and then our previous house, we had a lot of cabinetry, but they were split up. We had like one, maybe like somewhat long section of cabinets, and then another island of cabinets like off to the side. And I never bothered decorating those cabinets. I just did the one slightly long stretch of cabinets. Hopefully all that makes sense. This year, we just have one extra super long thing of cabinetry, and on top of that too, a lot of space above the cabinets. So I'm a little nervous about it. I think we're definitely gonna have to get more fall foliage. I know what I have is not gonna might not even cover half of the cabinet space that we have here. So I'm gonna have to invest in more fall foliage and just different, I don't want to say more decor, but I'm gonna have to really think about how I want to do this. I mean, there's definitely enough space up there where we could put blow molds. And again, if we're going for a vintagey kind of vibe, then oh boy, like I have some vintage blow molds, but I don't have a ton of them. I don't know. We may just have to do a general Halloween fall theme and not just restrict it to vintagey items, because I know I don't have enough to cover all of this, and I don't know if I really want to. I mean, I know I want to invest in more stuff, obviously and clearly, but can I? But can I? Is the actual question. So still a little bit of a work in progress. I'm a little nervous about it. There's a lot of possibilities. And I think whatever we do, it's gonna look so good, because again, the white cabinets, the space above the cabinets, like there's just so much room and just so many options for what we can do. And since we're in the kitchen, let me show you the salt and pepper shakers. Not a lot of great spots to put them. So I just put them all in a row up here because I didn't really know what else to do. And I wanted to display them, you know, so that is that. And then I also put out the anthropology stuff that we have because it's just some of my favorite kitchen stuff that I own. And then I put up a couple of these cute little guys that we actually got together here on the channel at the Lakeland Antique Mall. They're always up in the kitchen. I didn't have the heart to not put them out, not display them. We also have the mug tree going over here. So it's coming together, and honestly, I think I'm pretty much done in the kitchen. Like, I think I have everything displayed the way that I want it, and that is functional and isn't, you know, annoying for everybody else living in this house. I just put out a couple of spooky things. Not a ton. See over here, we've got the air fryer, we've got the ice machine going. This is a little bit of a hodgepodge. I gotta fix this, but I didn't put any Halloween decor out, is what I'm trying to show you. And I'm even thinking about taking this guy downstairs and putting him in the dungeon. I think he would be a good spot, maybe above the refrigerator. We could just keep like some snacks inside of him, because I feel like he just belongs in the dungeon. I don't know. It would clear up some more space up here in the kitchen. So I've been trying to keep it not cluttered up here as much as I can. I put a lot of my kitchen stuff away. It's packed back away in boxes, ready for the new home in the future. So I'm happy with what we have out. For me, this is minimalistic. Okay, so this is potentially the part of the video that we get attacked by wild feral dogs. Huh, yes, that's what I thought. So right now we are in the sunroom. And you guys, I haven't really showed you this room like at all. It's kind of hard to, because I'm trying really, really, really hard to maintain our privacy here, maintain our safety here, really, like, and truly, not to be dramatic about it, but like, I don't want to give away where we live, like, clearly and obviously. This sunroom is floor to ceiling windows. It's an all seasons room, whatever you want to call it. But it's beautiful. This was the selling point for all of us on this house, is this sunroom. You have a beautiful view out here, like absolutely stunning. You can see the Smoky Mountains from here. It's unreal. And of course, the dogs love it too. So, Halloween decor wise, this to me, obviously, because this is how my brain works. To me, this space screams blow molds and also the spooky tree, because whatever we put here is going to be displayed for whoever looks in our direction, even close to our direction. Like if we put blow molds in here that like light up and stuff, or we put the spooky tree that lights up, or even like, you know, a Christmas tree, lights in general, it's gonna be like a beacon. Like, look at me, look at this room, you know? If you're across the street, wherever, like, you're gonna see what's going on in this room. So to me, it's like, well, the Halloween possibilities are kind of endless. Like, that's really, really, really cool. But the thing is I'm trying to think of like, what can we do here that would be really neat, that could be sort of somewhat of a little display, but not completely cover our view. You know, when we're sitting here in this room and the theoretical furniture that someday we're going to have in this room, I don't want to block everybody's view with blow molds and Halloween decor and a spooky tree and this and that. We're trying to keep the windows as clear as possible. I don't have, again, many ideas for this room. I think in general, I'm just kind of gonna leave it alone, but I do want to display some Halloween blow molds in here. It's just asking for it. So we'll definitely do that. We'll pick out a few, whether we do a cute like little Halloween spooky display or we just pick some random ones. Not all of my blow molds light up, so whoever lights up, they'll just go here or whatever. I don't know what it'll be, but we'll definitely do that at the very least. But I am also thinking to potentially do the spooky tree in this room. Every year that we move, it's like, okay, where's the tree gonna go? And not just the spooky Halloween tree, which, by the way, if you're new here, welcome. Happy to have you. I appreciate you being here. We have had an influx of new people, so I appreciate you all being here. I'm just talking as if you know exactly what I'm talking about. But the spooky tree is it's exactly what it sounds like. It's like a Christmas tree, but make it Halloween, make it spooky. We do it every single year. But that aside, too, like I'm also thinking about the holidays, you know, our Christmas tree. Where's the Christmas tree gonna go? Now, I don't know about the Christmas tree because we usually get a real Christmas tree. We're on carpet here. This carpet is practically white as well, which makes us all very, very nervous. There's Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Yes, thank you. Thank you. What was I saying? I was all over the place. Oh, I was thinking that the spooky tree could go actually maybe right here where I'm sitting in the corner. That way it's not completely in the way of the windows, but you would still be able to see it, you know, on the street corner or whatever, and even from like the front porch, because it would be really cool if like people saw it. You know what I mean? Like that would be really, really awesome. So we'll see. Tentative plan. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but this is one of the possibilities for the spooky tree. Now, this section here, which is, again, blow molds. We're preparing for Summerween, by the way. So this is like the corner of the living room, and I actually was just asking my mom about this a little bit ago, but we might actually put the desk here in this section, the communal desk. I'm kind of thinking just in general, like spooky tree wise, like if the desk goes in that corner, I might put the tree and display the tree here. Like this is another option, just in the back, in the living room. And it's a good possibility because at least here I have wall space, which has helped me out in the past with different projects. You know, if we put up pictures or if we do like one year I put like bugs on the wall or whatever, like it is helpful to kind of have like a backdrop, and we can display all the blow molds at the bottom and like do our typical thing. So this is definitely a possibility for the tree. The downside of it though is that it's not right up next to a window. Like no one's gonna see this tree except for me and my family and all of you out there, but no one like on the street is gonna see the tree, which isn't like a terrible thing at all. I just thought it would be cool to do that. In our old house, that's what happened. Like the tree was in front of a window at the front of the house, and when you pulled up at night and stuff like that, like you saw the tree, and it was really kind of neat. We have things to think about. Now, as far as the actual tree goes, let me share with you some of the ideas that I have, because I like to have different themes for the tree, like as much as I can. Like one year we did kind of like a basic Halloween tree. Another year we did a kind of like slasher tree. It had like a bunch of severed body limbs, and Leatherface was standing next to the tree and all of that. Last year we did a cute spooky tree. So it was more on the cutesy side of things, and it was so adorable. Like it was honestly like my favorite spooky tree that we've done so far. And I picked out like all of my cutest blow molds and put them around the tree. It was adorable. I loved it. And so this year, that is an option. We might just do that again, because I don't know if the other options that I have for the other themes are going to be like a cutesy theme. I don't really have that in mind. So if we're gonna do a cute, spooky theme, I feel like the tree is the best option. So, and again, it just turned out so adorable last year. Like, obviously we'd make it a little bit different, but I like the idea of the cutesy stuff going on the tree. I feel like it really lends itself to that project in particular. So that's an option. I'm also thinking maybe like a trick-or-treat tree, because last year, again, for Christmas, we also do a spooky Christmas tree over here. But for Christmas, I did a like Hansel and Gretel witch tree. So it was covered with, you know, cupcakes and candies and things like that. So I have all of that decor. It'd be kind of cool to like, you know, reuse it again. And we could use it for Halloween, and it could just be like a candy sort of esque tree. We'd add more things to it besides just like candy or whatever. But that is a possibility. We could do that. I was also thinking a witchy tree would be cool. That's something that I've been talking about for the longest time, is to finally do a witchy tree. So you know I'm really leaning towards that. We could put like a witch hat on top of it. We could, somebody out there gave me the great suggestion of you could use your tarot cards and put your tarot cards like in the tree and decorate it that way. So there's like endless possibilities for what a witchy tree could be, and I'm very excited about it. So this could be the year, this could be the year, this could be the year. My last idea that I have for the tree is a classic Halloween tree. So the tree that I have is an all black tree. That's what I use for Halloween. And what I'm thinking is, so you have the black tree. I probably wouldn't even plug it in because it's a pre-lit tree. It has like white lights on it. I probably wouldn't plug it in. I'd probably get some orange lights, because do I have orange lights now? I don't know, but I'd make sure I have orange lights. So it'd be a black tree, orange lights. We'd put jack-o'-lanterns in there, maybe some ghosties. Black cats would be cool. Just very, very, very classic Halloween. I don't mean Halloween threw up all over this tree. I mean very, I don't want to say simple, and I don't want to say classy, because classy and me don't usually like mix at all, but I just something very traditional, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I love the idea of that. I think that would be so beautiful, especially again, like I'm picturing it in front of the big windows in the sunroom, and people are looking at our Halloween tree from afar. Oh, it'd be so good. So good. So you could tell which one I'm the most excited about. But honestly, I think any of those options would be really, really good. I'd actually be pretty nervous about doing a classic Halloween tree, because my inclination is to throw everything up on everything. I'm not a understated kind of person. I'm not a minimalistic kind of person, but this tree that I'm envisioning would be that. It would be kind of more minimalistic, but just very obvious, of course, still Halloween. So I don't know, a lot of different options. I'm going to be thinking about it for a while. And now we find ourselves at the most exciting part of it all, or at least it is for me, because the Mantle the mantle of it all. This has become like my most favorite thing ever to decorate for Halloween, except maybe the tree. I really do love the spooky tree, but this is a close second, if not maybe even surpassing the tree, because I feel like the mantle is where I can really be creative and I can really pick like specific themes and see it come to life. And I say that as if I've been decorating mantles my entire life, or even for years, and that's not the case. Last year, the last home that we had was the first time that I was able to decorate a mantle for Halloween and Christmas on the channel here. So glad that we have a mantle this year to be able to decorate, because for a little bit there, I wasn't quite sure. Because originally there was a big, gigantic TV above the mantle. And because we're renting this place, I was like, no. But fortunately, the owners of this place gave us the option to take down the TVs. So it was like, please, yes, take it down. And so we have our mantle, and Halloween and Christmas is once again saved. Now, one of the not so great parts of it is that this mirror is covering the bulk of it, but there are huge holes in the wall, and my mirror is not big enough to cover said holes from where the TV was mounted. I'm probably just gonna get a different mirror. I never was crazy about this one to begin with, and this mantle is definitely bigger than the one in our previous home. It's a lot wider, thank God. And I can tell because I have my tree witch here. She was just barely hanging on to the mantle at the old place. Here, she's got room to spare. So it's wider, thank goodness. But it's also definitely longer. So once again, more space to work with, which I'm a little nervous about, but also very excited about. Because it's a bigger mantle, I'm definitely not opposed to getting a bigger mirror. So that's that. It also has a plug over here, if you can see. So that's really exciting. A lot of possibilities there too, but also another thing that we're gonna have to cover up with decor or whatever. Just some considerations there. Another thing down at the bottom. It's a beautiful mantle place, all in all, by the way. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy that we are renting from actual real people and not just a company, because the walls in here are actually white. And the trim is white, and the windows are nice, and the fireplace is nice, like normal people colors that they choose wall paint for and stuff. Like, it's instead of like the off beigey green disgusting colors that I've been used to. So very, very, very excited about the white. And just the fireplace in general is beautiful. We have all the Summerween decor out. It's ready to go. So sorry about that. It's kind of in the way. But as you can see down here, there's actually a little ledge around the mantle here, which is really, really cool too. So it's just screaming for blow molds and cauldrons and skellies and spooky plants, and you know I'm just gonna cover the crap out of all of this with spooky decor. And fortunately for this project, everyone's on board for it. This is basically this is my workspace here. It's my workspace. Excited about the possibilities of this mantle. The mantle in our previous home was beautiful. It was perfect. It was just amazing. And this one is too, and it's just a little bit different. So it allows us to be a bit more creative, to think a little bit more outside of the box, have different challenges to work with, and I welcome that. I think that that's really, really neat. So all of that to say, what am I thinking about doing for the mantle? One idea that I have is like an oddities sort of theme. This is something that I've always kind of wanted to do. For some reason, I'm not like super excited about it. That's why we're starting off with this idea. I think in theory, it's a good idea. And in theory, it would be really, really cool. And in theory, I should have a decent amount of stuff that would lend itself well to that theme. And when I say oddities, I'm thinking like a classic oddity shop where it has like the taxidermy and the weird things in jars and the, you know, the pinned insects and just like random weird things. You can see why I feel like that would be a good idea for me, you know? I think it would be really, really cool. Just like a hodgepodge of like the most random, weirdest things, spooky things. And you could even take it in sort of a dark academia sort of direction too. Could put some books up there, candles, like just a really dark, spooky, kind of disturbing. Like I would, because it's me, I would want to take it in a disturbing route, like make it just really kind of uncomfortable, because that's just the kind of person that I am. So there's a lot of possibilities there. Like the possibilities with that is just endless. So that makes me excited for that idea. At the same time, I think the reason that I'm not like chomping at the bit to do this particular theme is because I feel like it's not super Halloween. Like it is for some people who don't decorate their home sort of like that year round anyway. But for me, that would just be normal decor. Like it would just look like I just decorated the mantle for funsies for, you know, in the middle of February, you know what I mean? Like it just wouldn't scream Halloween to me. So that's why I'm kind of like, I think that's why I'm just like not as excited about it, but it's definitely a possibility. It's always in the back of my mind to do some kind of oddities theme. So it's a possibility. Another idea that I have that's going to be very, 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 very dependent on Lowe's, of all places, but it is. I would love to do a Haunted Mansion themed mantle. Since we did the bathroom, I have a lot of stuff now. I have a lot of stuff that we could use, and it would just be so cool. Like it would be so cool. It would be a dream come true. It would be amazing to do a Haunted Mansion mantle sometime, and we will do it. We will absolutely do it someday. It's dependent on Lowe's, because I don't think I could do a Haunted Mansion mantle without that big old Master Gracie portrait that for some stupid reason I did not buy last year when I had 2 jobs and the money to be able to do it. I don't know what I was thinking. If they have it again this year, I will probably bite the bullet and buy it, because I'm really, really, really regretting that decision, as you can see. And if I have that big old portrait of him, we might do the Haunted Mansion mantle this year. We might just do it. I am a little worried about the bottom half here, because again, to me, it's not just decorating the mantle, it's the whole shebang of it all. So we'd have to find stuff to put down here, which I have like a couple things. Like I have a tombstone and like just a few things. We'd have to invest in more. We totally would. Like it's definitely not a foolproof 100%. Yes, I could do this right now with just the things that I have. Themes, like that's not what we're doing here. But thankfully, Lowe's has always provided Haunted Mansion items, you know, the tombstones and just like a bunch of stuff. So I wouldn't be too worried about it, but we would have to make some investments in that direction there. So it's a possibility. It's a real possibility that we could do a Haunted Mansion mantle. If Lowe's does have the Master Gracie portrait, that's going to be up at the top. That'll probably be my number 1 or number 2 option for the mantle. So it's just dependent. We'll just see. For now, it's in 3rd place. In 2nd place, what I have for the mantle is a Headless Horseman themed mantle, but it would be very heavy emphasis on a cemetery, graveyard, I guess technically, sort of vibe. So I'm thinking again, more tombstones and stuff to like put down at the bottom, spooky trees. I'm thinking rotting pumpkin patch sort of vibe, you know, spooky, scary pumpkins. I do have a headless horseman statue. He's not very big. Usually we see those every year, so it would be fingers crossed. I'd probably would have to invest in a bigger headless horseman piece. I would also try as much as I can, and I'm saying this without really knowing what the crap I'm talking about, obviously, but I would try to make it as accurate as I possibly could. We've actually been to Sleepy Hollow a couple of times here on the channel, and so I know what that place looks like. I know the vibe of it. I would read the story. I would try to pick out certain things from it that I could replicate here for the Mantle. Like, I would try to make it as accurate as I possibly could. So I would go in that direction with it personally. And I think that that would be really cool. I am leaning a lot towards that one for 2 reasons. Well, 3 reasons. One, it would just be really, really cool and it would scream Halloween. So I like that, obviously. 2, Sleepy Hollow, like the Disney version of it, Ichabod Crane, all of that stuff. That was a video that I watched all the time as a kid, all the time. Like, that has a very special place in my heart. Like, I love the Disney animated version of Sleepy Hollow. So that's one. So it has, you know, sentimental value to me. But then I think most importantly, and the way that I base a lot of decisions that I make is I know that Tampa J would like it. Tampa J would love it because he loves the Headless Horseman and Sleepy Hollow and all of that. And so I think that he would be really excited about this theme and would just really enjoy it. So I'm taking that into consideration too. I just think he'd be really jazzed about it. So that is a big option. That is a definite big option. I think that it could be, again, really, really cool. It should be relatively easy to pick up some spooky, like rotting pumpkin blow molds and tombstones and stuff like that. Like, it should, I say it should be easy. I know it's not going to be easy, but it would be accessible, I guess I should say. So that's an option. And then, you guys, I think this is my favorite idea that I've had. And so I'm really, really, really leaning towards this option. Thinking about doing like a Victorian seance sort of vibe, sort of aesthetic. I love the idea of this. I think it would be so cool and so spooky and so like eerie and almost on the side of kind of witchy-ish. And it could be kind of oddities-ish, but it would just be creepy. Like, it would be creepy. It would be a little bit disturbing too, because I would definitely make it more in that direction, more in that side of things. So I'm thinking, you know, tarot cards and crystals. I'm thinking just candles, like everywhere, like as many candles as possible. I'm thinking, you know, ravens or crows or whatever. I'm thinking ghosts, but this is where this would be hard. Well, there's a lot of ways that this would be very hard. But when I say ghosts, I don't mean ghosties, like the cutesy ghosts. When I say ghosties, I mean cutesy ghosts. I mean spirits. I mean ghosts. I'm thinking add in a lot of Victorian elements to it because I want an emphasis on that. So not like modern seance, but Victorian seance. Whatever that means, maybe statues, old-timey photos. You know, we have the candles that like hang from the ceiling, the infamous candles that hang from the ceiling. We do have a little bit of an issue with that because the ceilings are, well, you can't really tell. The ceilings in here are not straight. They come in at a point, so it would be difficult, but probably not impossible to hang the candles from this section, because I feel like that would be a must. Like we'd have to do that. I think it would be so cool, like if we could do it right. All I have right now envisioned in my brain is just kind of like mood board aesthetic, sort of. Like I know what I want it to feel like, but how I would actually manifest it into just a fireplace mantle, I don't really know. Like I have some ideas, but I don't have a lot of ideas. So that would be hard. It would be a challenge. It would be a really, really difficult thing to do and to pull off and to do it correctly the way, again, that I see it in my brain. But wow, would that be neat? Like what a cool theme just in general. I feel like we have to include like a round table, you know, like the classic like table tipping thing. I don't know how to include that in this. I don't know how to do a lot of stuff that would have to be involved with that theme. But I love the idea of it, like a Ouija board. We gotta get a Ouija board up there, you know what I mean? So that's basically my ideas for the mantle, you guys. If none of that works out, we can just do Halloween threw up all over the mantle. I mean, that's always my go-to for every single project is, we'll just do Halloween threw up all over X, Y, and Z. And once again, let me know down in the comments below, what's your favorite idea? If you have another idea that you'd like to see, let me know. I'm definitely open to suggestions. But yeah, that's what I have in mind. Okay, we're gonna should have just sat here for the whole time, honestly, talking about all the different themes. Feels good to sit. So that all that leaves us is the outside area, and I was gonna show you the front porch, like where I'm thinking, like the stairs up to the front porch. Honestly, there's not really much to show, first of all. Second of all, our neighbor out there is like hanging out outside with their really beautiful dog. So I don't feel like embarrassing myself today, as you know, any more than I usually do, is what I should say. We do have a really beautiful front porch area. It's nice and long, plenty of spots to sit. We've got the hooks up at the top that I was talking about in a previous video that we can hang plants from. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to decorate that whole entire thing, and I don't have to either. There's nothing saying that I have to decorate every single inch of these spaces that I'm showing you. The front porch specifically, what I think I wanna do is like a witchy garden kind of theme. So the stairs leading up to the front porch, I'm thinking mums again. Like we gotta do the mums. We'll get some mums, we'll line it up on the stairs, we'll get a bunch of pumpkins, all of that good stuff. Maybe we'll put some skellies out front to like wave to people like that drive by or whatever. Maybe put some witch hats on them. I was also hoping to, this is something I've been wanting to invest in for a while, but get some witch hats, like plastic witch hats or felt witch hats or whatever, and hang them up from the ceiling. Basically, it would be Halloween fall out there with the mums and the pumpkins and stuff, but there'll be like little touches of witchy stuff is pretty much just what I'm thinking with that. And then for the front lawn, it really is just going to be, again, Halloween threw up all over the front lawn. A lot of it is going to depend on the HOA. We do live in an HOA here, so I'm a little nervous about it. I'm a little nervous about just throwing all of the stuff that we have now for the lawn. We did buy the 9-foot T-Rex skelly from Home Depot, so we're obviously hoping to put the guy out there this year. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's not a big deal, but that's the hope and the goal. So I want to at least get him out there. He could even just be the only thing out there. We have a lot of stuff for the front lawn. We have a groundbreaker skelly. We have a big old kitty cat. We have like a bunch of little things. We have a purple light up spider. Like we have a decent, we got Bucky, we got spooky Halloween Bucky, inflatable. Like we have a decent amount of things. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to put at least some of them up. But if we can't put up like big things, I definitely have a lot of little things too to put up in the front lawn. So we'll just do pretty much business as usual here of just decorating the front lawn with random Halloween stuff. Okay, Don't fall down the stairs. So, all of that being said, you guys, that's it. That's all the ideas that I had. Those are all the places around this house that I am planning on decorating this year for Halloween. Pretty much all the usual spots, really. All the spots that I usually decorate for Halloween. So, nothing super new there. The interesting part about it is the fact that it's all a brand new space and I don't know what the stuff is going to look like or how much space I have to work with or how much less space. I don't know, whatever. But I'm excited, you guys. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about these ideas and just in general excited to decorate for Halloween. The fact that that's coming up here really soon it's both exciting but also nerve-wracking because I always get the most like about it around this time of the year. Put a lot of pressure on myself to decorate these spaces as, you know, the best that I possibly can, even though there really is absolutely no need for that. But that's just, you know, when you're a perfectionist, you kind of just do these things. So anyways, I am excited about it. I'm excited about the possibilities. Definitely going to be ruminating on these ideas for, you know, a while and ultimately deciding on what the themes are going to be, which I will let you all know at some point once I make firm decisions on things. That way we can look out for stuff together. We can be on the hunt for specific things as we're looking at all the Halloween decor. So I'm really excited about it. But anyways, we will move on with the video now, and we're just going to tackle this project in here. I know I talked a lot, so I'm sure the video is long enough, but thinking what I can do is, well, let me just show you. I'm thinking to take this guy here, this long duster guy, and because I really want to clean this off before we put stuff on here. So this should theoretically be the easy part. What's gonna be extra difficult is how do we get blow molds all the way to the very corner? I mean, the cobwebs do add to the spookiness of it all, so maybe it's a mistake wiping them away. I am, take my slippers off again so we don't fall. I feel like we should start at the end and work our way up. That seems to make the most sense to me, but I was thinking we could put one on either end of this ledge, and that might be kind of cool. We'll get our tool here because I think that's our best option, guys, is just to kind of slowly slide it, play blow mold shuffleboard, and see what happens. So, Godspeed, candle, Godspeed. Easy. Easy. And then how do we get this thing out is another question. But I guess we'll figure that out whenever we decide to use these guys. One down. 50 million to go. And then we'll just take you and put you at the end and hope that I won't need you anytime too terribly soon. All right, I think we've landed on the blow mold lineup here. So starting off with Casper, and then we've got our spooky jack-o'-lantern, this cute little ghosty guy that we got from Michael's. And I do think it's funny that probably the spookiest blow mold that we have is between probably the cutest, most friendliest ghosts ever. So, and then I had enough space for one of my little skellies to sit. So he's just kind of hanging out there. We'll see how he goes. He may get in the way. I'm not really sure, but for now he's going to sit there. Then we've got this pumpkin guy from the Lakeland Antique Mall. This set of 3 pumpkins that we got on clearance at Spirit Halloween. This set of 3 ghosties that we got from HomeSense last year. Vintage jack-o'-lantern that I want to say I got from I think I got them from the Lakeland Antique Mall as well. Our set of 3 black jack-o'-lanterns from At Home. We got Sam, he's from Spirit Halloween. Our white jack-o'-lantern blow mold from At Home. And then our other candles. So that's the lineup. They're looking good. They're looking happy. All right, guys. Well, might as well finish up the video here where we started it. With all of that said and done, we are done for today's video. I'm so glad that we finally got those blow molds situated, and the rest of the Halloween decor is getting there too, slowly but surely. The next thing slash the last thing really to do now is Summerween. we gotta decorate for Summerween. So we'll be doing that very, very, very soon here. But I really wanted to get the rest of this stuff situated before we tackled Summerween. And then we're sitting very, very well. And yeah, those are the ideas for Halloween for 2026. So again, let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you have any other ideas or whatever, again, totally open to them. And we'll just simply see what happens, but I'll keep you guys updated on what I decide to do. I'm super excited about it. The possibilities are truly endless. I think it's shaping up to be the best Halloween season yet, decorating wise. I kind of feel like so. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you all are doing well out there. We have a lot more adventures coming up here, as I always say. We got to get back out on the hunt for Summerween, Halloween. We've got more projects to do, just everything in between. So thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate you all so much, and stay safe, stay healthy. Happy Halloween, everyone, and I will see you all in the next one.